Hey, Susan Lazar Hart here, your transformational, motivational congruency coach, creator of the Congruent Method and Congruent Living Coaching. So excited to be with you here today. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. Change is in the air. We're heading into a full moon with a lunar eclipse. So much shift, so much change. Just 2 months and it's 2023. And how's your life going these days? Are you creating the change that you're asking for? Or maybe you think you're asking for change, but you don't really want change. You just want something to be just a little bit better. Or maybe you're holding on to old beliefs, old systems that used to work for you, that never worked for you, that keep you from asking and being and playing with the change you're asking for. That's just what we're playing with today. If you're new to our Transformation Motivation Moment, come on in. Tell us where you're from. This is not a dialogue or a monologue, though sometimes I do talk to myself. It is a place where you can come and ask your questions. And I noticed in the polls that we've been taking, a lot of people have been asking about the changes that they're asking for. And that's what we're going to play with today. So I'm just going to get my notes up. As always, I always do a lot of checking in, tapping into what does change mean for me? What does change mean for my clients? What does change mean with the Congruent Living Academy? And one of the things that we've tapped into at the Congruent Living Academy is how many times do we ask for change, but we actually don't want the change that we've been asking for? What's that all about? Well, how many times do you ask for something and then go into reasons and justifications of why it can't happen? Now, if you know anything about working with me, it's all about the energy of who you be, the energy of the words that you use, the energy of what you're asking for, and the energy of what you're willing to be in what you're asking to shift and change. So if you ask for something, let's say you're asking for more money, a greater relationship, a shift and changes with your body, just more peace in your world, more joy. So you put those out, and then you say, oh, I would really like that. Susan, I would like that. Hey, Lulu, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. And then you go into, but it's not going to happen because, well, but the only but you should have is the one you're sitting on. And because means you actually have a secret cause that you're using to fight against what you say you want, the changes that you want. Right? So again, everything is a vibration. Now, when people come on into the Academy, they see the shifts and changes that are possible by the tools and the strategies that we use in creating the changes that we're asking for. And everyone is asking for a different change. There's nothing that's similar because we are infinite beings who chose this body for our own unique infinite experience in this earth school. So with that vibration, it's yourself, that inner sense, that spark that knows that everything is truly possible, that knows that everything is out here for you. Like if you think of something, if you have an awareness, it's because it's already there and you've matched that awareness. And so when we choose something, hey Trisha, welcome, welcome. When we choose something to create change with, if we're not willing to be that energy, we're actually resisting the change that we're asking for. Now, again, another great question that just came in. Susan, how do I be that energy? I love that. Thanks for writing in these questions. It's about tap into the emotion. What would this create for me? Not how can I not do this, but what's that change? What is it that this could create for me? And be that emotion. Be willing to be that vibrational alignment of the change that you're asking for. Ask for it and it is done. Whether it's your lover, your clarity, your flexibility, it's done, it's done, it's done. Be in the energy of, yes, this is done. I'm willing to be this change that I'm asking for. Notice I say I'm willing to be this change that I'm asking for. So it's all about the energy. I'm willing to be this energy that I'm asking for in my life, my living, my business, my money flows. Bask in that energy. Bask in that emotion. I'm so happy and grateful. I'm feeling successful. I'm feeling orgasmic. Whatever that is for you, be that energy. The thing is, when you're willing to be that energy, you let your body know, the cells in your body know to start. It's time. Let's vibrate. Let's vibrate to that energy. And so nothing that doesn't match that vibration will create the change you're asking for. So it's about being in that goodness that you set in motion, that you contributed to, that you're letting roll in. Let the fun begin. It's let your way of being with the change you're asking for shift and change, right? Let who you are be really, really present in this moment, And, I'll write it down on a sticky note. This is the change that I'm asking for. And I'll read it to myself many times during the day and tap into that energy. It's like, yes, I'm so happy and grateful. I'm creating with 10 more people coming into the Academy. We're closing the doors November 15th, by the way. So if you're interested in the Congruent Living Academy, interested in creating change that actually creates the changes that you're asking for, I'm going to put the link in right here at the end of this. And I want you to reach out to me and creating a path that you would love, right? Creating a path you would love to create with. So get a sense of what you'd like to create. Get a sense of that change. Get a sense of it. Sensational, sensate. We are sensate organs. Don't just put it out there and say, yep, that's what I want. Okay, now I'm going to go over here. It won't happen because I shared it with my mom and she put a hot water all over the whole thing. Right? No. What is it that you're wanting with this one true, precious life that you are here to create with joy? I just heard recently hey Rosanna, welcome. A young man passed on. He was about 25, and I saw this on Facebook. His father was an actor, and so this was kind of made a big deal that he had passed on. But I loved his last thing he said on his own Facebook was, please make sure you are living a life that you love. Love what you're doing. Love what you're creating. So, which brings me back to what we're speaking about. Don't ask for a change that you do not love, that you will not embody with the energies, that you will not be present with the energies of it once it is done. Let your eagerness be present. Let your passion show. Let who you really be come out. That's vibrational alignment of who you truly be to what you're asking to create. Know that this is what my priority is. When you're asking for change, that's your priority. It's not, I'm going to ask for change and then I'll do this, and this, which will bring me down. No, have that change imbue and embody everything you be and do. Know that you are already living it. It's already out there. This is you coming into your power. Right? This is you coming into your power. Know that the universe has your back. Know that the changes that you're asking for are already there, or you wouldn't be aligning. You wouldn't have thought of it. You wouldn't be in alignment with it. What is most amazing about change is that it's a practice. It's a practice. It's something we weren't taught. Again, those formative years of 0 to 6 or 7, we weren't taught to embody the changes that we're asking for. We were told what changes we would be doing or having. And so once you learn to practice the sensation, remember we are a sensate organ. Once you learn to practice these sensations of, this has already occurred for me. I've written this book. I've sung that song. I've made love to this person. I've accrued this amount of money in my bank account, and this is how it feels. Let your body know. Let your future know. Let your present know. Right? That's how we create the change that we've been asking for. Now, the title of this is, do you really want change? Because this is a truth question. This is truth. If you really don't want something to shift and change, don't go there. If you're really asking for change, true change that brings you joy and creating a life you love, and you just don't know how to get there, again, I'm going to put in a link to reach out and have a call with me before we close the doors to the Academy, November 15th. I know some of you on the call are in the Academy. I'm so grateful for you popping in and being who you be. Know thyself. To thine own self be true. You know when you're asking for something. I had a client who was asking for big change, and we had worked really well in her letting go of all of her belief systems of what couldn't happen and wouldn't happen, and she put it out to the universe, and she got the job she wanted, and she was sailing high, and then the doubt seeped in, and the discord seeped in, and slowly but surely she uncreated, and she actually destroyed what she had that was bringing her so much joy, because she was more comfortable in the vibration of this is going to go wrong, and this is going to go wrong, and this is going to go wrong, and this is going to go wrong. And so when I say to thine own self be true, ask yourself, when you bump up against, when you're starting to play with the changes that you're asking for, and you bump up against a resistance, ask yourself, is there a lie here that I'm holding on to that's keeping this resistance in place? What I'm encouraging you to do is to please choose the path of least resistance. Choose the path that brings you joy. Baby steps. Baby steps are fine. What's my next best step here today? What can I create today with the changes that I'm asking for? Because the universe is listening, and the universe rewards action. It's not about just sitting back and saying, well, I'm asking. It's about you physically, psychologically, spiritually, mentally, being the change that you're asking for. Can you get the empowerment there? Embodying that kind of, yes, I'll have that, thank you. Wonder what that could create. Questions, anything popping for people as we move through, and we are in a season of change for sure. We are in a season of change in so many ways. Anything popping, any questions people have on change, what that is for them, what that isn't for them. While I'm waiting, I'm just going to give you a few clues. Number one, if you're like saying, but Susan, I don't know how to get there. Figure out, what are the desired feelings you want from that change? What are the desired feelings you want from that change? Notice I didn't ask you how would that change feel. You might go into shame, blame, regret. No. What are the desired feelings you want from that change? Now, number two, sit with those feelings. Sit with them. Imagine what it would be like to have that from the inside out every day. When you wake up in the morning, tap into that energy. Sit with it. Sit with the sensations of it. Number three, we've already tapped into, do the small things. Baby steps, within reach. Do what's within reach of the change that you're asking for. And again, be that feeling. Be that feeling. And acknowledge it. And number five, again, I've mentioned before, practice. It's simple, but it's not always easy. The awareness you create by going through these steps will be the catalyst that you're going to need to shift what you're asking for and the changes that you're asking for. It helps becoming more mindful, right? More mindful of what it is and that feeling, and being present with that. So Trisha, yay. I realize that when I ask for change, I must include all of myself and not just part of it. Mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual. Yay. Thank you so much, Trisha. Absolutely. We are not singular. We are a composite of everything we come in touch with, right? And we have different fields. We're not a person that took a body, that was given a body. We are an infinite being that chose this body for this earth experience, this earth school, which includes the mental field, the physical field, the spiritual field, and the emotional field. Thank you so much, Trisha. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I don't see any more comments. As always, come on in later, #replay, pop in your comments. If you're watching this on our YouTube station, like it, share it. People often say, Susan, how can I share these? Well, this right now is a private, right? It's for you. When we take it public, we put it into our YouTube, and that's where you can share it from. And again, I'll put the link to the YouTube here too. Trisha says, I love this. Thank you so much, Trisha. Thank you so much for coming. The Congruent Living Academy, we're into our second year, and we're closing the doors November 15th. It's this amazing experience in which you get to ask about your destiny, and creating a life you love, your future. You get to delve into what's holding you back and what actually is pulling you forward into a future and creating a life that you love, whether it's business, relationships. We cover it all. We have a wisdom library in which we've cover specific books. We've got a special Q&A just for that. We meet 3 times a month in which we delve through specifics like just some of the things that we've been talking about today, creating the change you've been asking for. And we have home play. We have all kinds of goodies. And it's a very small, intimate group. It's not for everyone. If you're not asking for change, this is not for you. If you're asking for change that will actually transform the way you be from the inside out, which we know changes everything. It's like taking a pebble and dropping it into a pond and all the ripples that creates. The Congruent Living Academy is for you. It's about creating your life congruently with joy. I love you so much. Thank you so much for popping in. Live boldly, love greatly, and be that fearless leader you came here to be, because the world needs more of you and that special sauce. Once again, look up above and you can book in my time with me. We can talk about what is your path, where is it you're asking to go, and let's create some strategies, because without accountability, without somebody who is supporting you, whatever it is that you're asking for, you notice how it just kind of dissipates into the ether. We all need mentorship, we all need coaching, and we all need a strategic, proven system of support that actually helps us along the way. That's what the Congruent Living Academy is. All right, live boldly, love greatly, and be that fearless leader you came here to be, because the world needs more of you and that special sauce, not less. And the doors are closing November 15th. So book in a call with me. Let's see what we can create together. I wonder. Bye-bye.